I'll be introducing you to Team Pyramid right about now. Now, Team Pyramid, welcome on the program.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very
Bro.
much.
Thank you very much.
How you doing?
Thank you. Very fine, thank you.
How's the weather to start with?
It's cool actually.
Okay,
It's
Good
good.
Friday. Good Friday. What's happening? What's the plan for Good Friday?
You know how Nigeria is.
How is Nigeria?
Like,
how is Nigeria?
it
You need
happens
to-
like every other normal, very normal. We just know that it's a good Friday.
It- it's a Good Friday.
Yes.
Nothing special.
Yeah.
Well, just stay in your house and be happy about.
Okay. Plus the good weather. Plus the good weather. I mean the rain. The rain. You didn't enjoy it. It just made it feel a bit special,
It was
don't you
short.
think?
Yeah.
It was short. Okay, yeah, it actually made the day good.
Okay, made the day good. Okay, kicking off with Team Pyramid, I would like to start with this. You guys are a dance group,
Yes, it has.
and it's not just made up of two.
No,
Actually, let's put it this way: it's a dance movement that consists of different dance crews and individuals
Okay,
coming
okay,
together as one.
yeah,
okay. So it's a body
Yeah.
it's a body. Yes,
called Team Pyramid,
Yeah.
and you are the
Executive director.
creative director.
creative director, the
Yeah.
executive director.
Yeah.
How did you come up with the name Pyramid? Because the pyramid now for youths has to do with the rock sign.
Yeah.
What we
Yes,
call
yes.
Illuminati.
Illuminati.
Okay,
Yeah.
the general say you said
Yeah.
the Illuminati. So I would like to know how did you come up with Pyramid, or are you part of the Illuminati?
Actually, we came up with Team Pyramid because if you look at the pyramid itself, not Illuminati, the pyramid itself,
Okay.
when they wanted to build it, it started from with a group of people.
Okay,
From the down, you can look at it as a huge surface.
okay,
But when they were arranging it, when they were building to the top, it ended up with one
okay.
brick.
Okay.
So what we're
okay.
trying to say is that bringing people together to form that one.
Okay.
So
okay.
what the reverse psychology part of it is, okay, we know we're in Nigeria to get more attention when we just chose Team Pyramid. So anytime people hears our name or calls us for something, or we tell people, okay, we are called Team Pyramid, they'll be like, are you people with Illuminati or something?
Okay.
So that, you're already disturbing us about it, so we're already used to it. So once people say, those Illuminati dancers.
Okay. But you're not part of that.
No.
Okay, so that
Honestly.
explains it. That
Yeah.
explains it. Now, Team Pyramid, we just saw your project.
Yeah.
You carried out the project at Shita.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on the project?
Okay. Basically, we actually it's a project we've been working on since last year. You know, we try to see what dancers can do for the community.
Okay.
And what dancers can do for the city of Lagos, basically. Not exactly for the purpose of drawing attention to ourselves, but for the purpose of contributing to our immediate community.
Okay.
You know, everybody wants to do something they want to always be remembered for something. So if dancers decide to take such kind of enormous project upon themselves to decide to give back to the community that gives to them, I think we would have done an incredible amount of work.
Okay.
You know, for the recognition purpose, you know, it puts us on the map.
Okay.
And then everybody knows, oh, Team Pyramid, you guys can do such kind of thing. Wow, you guys are not just what we see you as.
But why don't you guys go into maybe other things, orphanages, maybe giving to
Yeah,
orphanages?
yeah.
Why keeping the streets clean?
It's still first of all, they said cleanliness is next to godliness.
Okay.
So I think you have to be able to handle before you should show some level of concern for the environment you find yourself. You know, if your environment is clean and healthy enough, everybody that comes from that environment is clean and healthy enough before you start thinking of delving into other areas. So I think orphanages and all those other things, those places we can go to actually in the project is in our project.
It's in the pipeline.
It's in
Yeah.
yes,
That's
we're still building it up.
Yeah. Okay.
So but for now, for the meantime, we decided it's actually a long-term project. The CSR project is actually a long-term project.
Okay.
We started with Shita, but it's going to be, I think, with time, subsequent other places we'll be choosing.
Now, don't let us just talk about the projects. Let's talk
Okay.
about the group.
Okay.
So let's start
Alright.
with the group. Let's really know more about the group. Then we'll
Alright.
get back to your project.
Okay.
Now, you just told me Team Pyramid is a movement. It's a
Yeah.
body.
Yeah.
So do you look at it like P-Man is for those who sing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Team Pyramid for those who dance?
Yeah.
Yes.
Actually,
Would that be it?
we are trying to create something like that. Although we already have Dance Guild
Okay.
of Nigeria, but Team Pyramid is more like bringing the hip hop community together.
Okay.
Hip hop dance community. Because in dance we have different genres. There's the cultural, there's the Latin and ballroom, contemporary, and all. But we are focused on the hip hop with Latin and ballroom and a little bit of cultural.
Okay.
Because of in the industry right now, even in the dance industry, hip hop dancers don't have that reputation they're supposed to have. People just look at hip hop dancers as okay, they'll come and do their normal energetic stuff, blah blah. They don't have that that aura that brings good attention to the audience.
Or good patronage.
Yeah.
Good patronage.
Patronage.
Yeah.
Okay. Patronage.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you understand. So we are trying to like give people that impression that okay, hip hop dancers are as good as blah 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 blah.
Okay.
You grab. So that's
So you're trying to give a face for the for hip hop dancers.
Thank you very much. Yeah, that's in
Okay.
other words.
That's what.
in other words, we're trying to give face for hip hop dancers actually.
Now you said it's not a group.
Yeah.
It's not just a singular group.
Yeah.
It's a body for other groups.
Yes.
Like how many groups do you have? How many individuals? I mean,
We have
we have quite as for now. Basically, we have individuals, we have groups. It doesn't just consist of just groups alone. We have people who
Individuals.
don't belong to a dance crew already,
okay.
but are under the movement. So
Like-
I think we should have a head count approximately.
close to 60.
We have
Wow.
60. Yeah.
Wow.
Then with a head count of group, the crews under us are like close to 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
So individuals that also feeling.
Then make up for the
Yeah,
rest of the
make up
numbers.
for the rest of them.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yes,
wow,
exactly.
wow. So you guys come together. I would like to understand what you guys do. You could say, okay, for some groups, they could sit down, they could discuss. You guys sit down to discuss or you sit down to dance?
We actually do
I mean,
both.
good music, you just play good music and you just party on it.
We do both. Team Pyramid is actually a business-oriented kind of movement.
Yeah.
You understand? We're not waiting for an occasion to arise before we jump into it.
Yeah.
You know, always plunging in for deeper experiences. So every time we come together, we either come to talk. Most of the time we come to dance is because there's something coming.
Yeah.
But ahead of time we plan, you know, so we get across to the few people we can get across to, and then we start to plan. We don't start dancing immediately because the dance always comes out however way. But we start to plan what is the next line of action. What are we giving to these people who are calling us to come and do a performance for them? How are we going about this? So we actually have there's actually a body in the body.
Yeah.
You understand? So before we start calling everybody to come and, you know, dance, we actually have a meeting with some sets of people in Team Pyramid X.
For example,
We
group
decide
leaders, yeah.
group leaders.
Now you're giving me a whole lot of details. I'm getting a little bit confused.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Now you're the executive director.
Yeah.
Like, do you guys? Or should I ask you that question before we go on this break? I think we should go on a break right about now. Then when we return, let me just give them a breather. Let's take a breather. Then right after the break, we come back. Then we'll be talking some more with Team Pyramid. Okay, I still have Team Pyramid here with me. Oh, we're talking about Team Pyramid. We're talking about dance. We're talking about what you're doing in the industry. And okay, I just moved to you, executive director of the group. Now, I really want to understand, how did you come up with the idea? How did you birth this idea? Because it's not just dance now. It's not just dancing. It's about bringing groups together. That's another thing. Then finally contributing to the society positively.
Yeah.
So I would like to know, how did you birth this whole thing, this whole idea?
Actually, the idea started from when I was in school, because I'm a student of Ahmadu Bello University, Mass
Okay.
Communication. I was in school one day, I was thinking of, okay, after school, what am I going to do? I've been dancing for years, and I've not actually made any impact in the industry. So even if I'm leaving the school, I have to stop dancing and start moving forward in life. So when all those ideas were thoughts were coming to my mind, I started having ideas. Okay, before I stop dancing or something, let me create an impact in society. So I now said, okay, if I should do it alone, it's not going to be possible.
Okay.
So I have to do it with a whole lot of people who are professionals in this game and also would have the same vision as me. That was when I came back to Lagos. I called up lots of people, called up different groups, individuals, talked to them. Okay, this is what Team Pyramid wants to do, blah blah blah. this is how we're supposed to. This is what we are supposed to be doing. Because of in the industry right now, we are not actually. We don't have this recognition like that in the industry. If you look at the industry, it's only the musician, actors, and comedians that have this.
You mean dancers are not that recognized?
Yeah.
As much as they should be.
Yeah.
Okay.
They just take dancers as okay, just like let's say.
They just
background,
backgrounds.
They
just okay.
You grab so, yeah, just like backups effects. So I was like, no, we dancers, we are better than this. We are more creative. We are more innovative, as in we can bring imaginative stuff to life. So why not why not showing people what we can do, other than standing behind an artist or so or doing just
until an artist calls you or whatever.
So why not we take that step for ourselves? So that was when I talked to everyone, and lots of people actually like it, although there are challenges. Because some people are like, oh, it's impossible, the industry is already blah blah, this person is all about knowing people, blah blah. Like, the only way you can create that impression, and the only way you can get that recognition is to make your own stand. Let people know what you are doing. Let people take you for who you are. Let them believe in what you are doing. So that was why I just said, okay, guys, let's come up with this. I wasn't even the actual person that came up with that name, Team Pyramid. So we had to do a meeting. Okay, what do you people think? Blah blah blah. Then one of the names, there were lots of names on the ground. So Team Pyramid had a better definition of that unity, oneness. And so it was.
Now back to you, the creative director. Yeah. So the whole idea came forward, and how did you receive it? I'd like to know, how did you receive it, and your opinion on the dance industry in Nigeria?
Well, for me, I had barely entered into Lagos too. I just finished serving, and then I came into Lagos, and then we graduated from the same university. Okay. And then after I came back to Lagos, we kind of ran into each other coincidentally, but I think it was for a good purpose. Okay. So I was dragged into the whole idea. So it's not something I already intended I wanted to do. Okay. I wanted to go into the corporate market, but for the fact that I love dance and for my passion for dance, I knew that the dream was way bigger than us. But anything that you can envision in your mind, and then you definitely can achieve it. Okay. So he came to me with the idea. They had already started, but when the idea came to me, it was like they were just birthing it at that moment. So I'm like very judgmental. I say, what kind of people do you have there? Are they intellectuals? Being that the whole fire of coming up from school and then all of that. Are they creative people? Are they very active? Yeah. Such kind of thing. Are they purpose driven? Because I'm that kind of person. Okay, cool. If I have people around me that are not purpose driven, I could slack. Okay. They just slack me, and then for the fact and when I came to Lagos, the whole rave about there are dancers in Lagos. I needed to see it. So being in Team Pyramid gave me the opportunity to see that, okay, meet people from different works of professions. There are dancers here, there are salsa dancers, different kind of people. Like, okay, this is an opportunity for me to put myself in this situation and then be able to get for myself. It's actually a selfish interest thing that really made me to go for it. Okay. I want to get for myself and get better. Okay. But seeing the vision, it was way bigger than himself, bigger than every other person that was there, bigger than even anybody we could involve in it, because the hardest people to work with are people. Okay. If you can't convince them to pursue, to be able to eat into your dream, then it's going to be difficult for you and them.
So I'd like to know your opinion about the dance industry in Nigeria.
Well,
because it just gave A's.
Yes.
I'd like to know yours.
Dance for Nigeria, I don't think that dancers are given very worthy recognition like they should. Like you said, backup. They just put them behind just background. And it's not a very good thing, because dancers, trust me, everybody now, every musical video or every movie you see that comes out now, there's an element of dance in it. Okay. That is to show you that the dance revolution has started happening. Okay. And then, but for Nigeria, the pace is very slow. The process is slow. Nigerian dancers are still kept in the background, and then they need to come out. It's not actually an effort of, nobody can help you do what you have to do. So it's an effort of yourself, the people around you. How can you convince them that we can do this thing? Okay, so how, if you're to convince us, if you're to convince the audience, why should dancers be in the forefront of things? I think dancers have they play a very big role in the entertainment industry, and you can't do without them. they're as important as the air you breathe. So you really want somebody to keep his eyes fixed on the TV or on the edge of his seat.
Okay.
You need to have an element of dance in it. Once there are movements, choreographed and coordinated movements on your TV screen, it catches the attention faster than speed of light.
Yeah, you want to add something to it?
No, actually, I already said basically almost everything. The only thing there is if I were to pursue dance, because personally my strategy is with your ability, I will give you 1,001 possible ways that you can actually come up to the limelight. It's just up to you to discover what you can do.
Okay.
So, but I'll still tell you that the only platform that you can actually do that is through Team Pyramid, because we already have the executive idea of this is what you are very good at this blah blah blah. So so we are the right platform for you to come and display your talent, and we'll take it to the highest level for you. It's not by just let's take you for a video shoot or one event.
Okay. So since you want to take it a notch higher, what exactly are the things you have on ground? Is it that you guys will be having a concert, or you'll be having concerts, or maybe I don't know, what exactly do you guys have on ground, or some street dance revolution?
Actually lots of stuff we want to do. For example, we already mentioned concerts. We are also looking up to that.
No, concerts. I would just say
no, I was just it's already part of our agenda actually. We're doing concerts, competitions.
Just dance it's just pure dance.
Strictly dance.
We're giving dances recognition, so it's
strictly dance.
No artists to sing.
No, for what?
Well,
we
could actually consider that.
Yeah, okay, but
it's basically dance.
The main topic is about dance. We have concerts, competitions, but basically what we want to major on is, for example, like the flash mobs, doing dance videos with storylines instead of dance projects and all.
With a storyline.
Yeah, doing dance because even the dancers themselves, most of them, some people just join dancing just because of there's someone of their friend doing one particular dance. They're like, wow, I like this stuff. Okay, let me go and let me be like him. No, that's not how you. That's not how you just join dancing. You have to have that passion first. If you are very passionate about dancing, believe me, anything that just crosses your mind like this, you be able to interpret it with your body.
Wow.
You have not just taken one simple decision because of you saw someone doing one particular stuff. So you go.
Okay, you're talking about dance with a storyline and not just the everyday dance.
Yeah.
Reminds me of a clip I saw. It has to do with a group called Shadow. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Yeah,
Shadow.
It's a foreign group.
Yes.
And they were actually, we were not saying them. It was their Shadow actually that was doing the whole thing. You've seen the clip?
Yeah, they were on British talent.
Yes. Now, is it? I would like to know, what exactly do you guys have? Maybe just give us a sneak peek of what you have. You could just tell us verbally now what exactly you have that is unique. Because when they saw that, when I saw that, I was just like, wow, I've never seen this before. The highest is Michael Jackson, and that was his lone reflection. Now these guys used their bodies to create cathedrals, to create cars, and it was just a shadow, and it was beautiful. Camels, they even made
trees.
Yeah, so I would like to know.
Well, first and foremost, we have to tackle, because we have lots of ideas we want to present to the society, but the first things first is appreciation. We might even do something very unique. Ordinary audience will be like, okay, you guys, so what next? So Nigerians lack the ability to see the creativity and passion of dance.
Appreciate,
of dance. And they also okay, these people are just stressing themselves. So, but what we are trying to work on now is, I'll just give you some storylines. We are trying to I'm not giving you details. Don't
give out your story.
I'm not giving you details.
Don't give it out.
It's confidential.
It shows me.
But basically,
you might just say me.
I'll give you themes. You really want to think about it.
No, please.
Don't even give out the team. The basic story is that what is common to Team Pyramid is the fact that we have like he was talking about our teams.
Okay.
Like if he had sold out the team, I would have fought with him.
Okay. It was lovely. If you feel you can't dance,
still with the crew that usually they don't do the talking. They let their body do the talking. They do more of body language. That's a dance crew, Team Pyramid, and we're still chilling here in the studio. How are you guys still doing?
We're good.
You're enjoying the experience, right?
Awesome.
Okay, now I'd just like to ask you lastly about dance now.
Okay.
Finally, what are the challenges you guys are facing in the industry, or what are challenges for dancers generally in the industry?
Okay, basically, every profession is pushed by finance,
Okay.
funding. So basically, I think our basic challenge is the fact that most of our projects we've run it little or no funding
Okay.
most of the time, and then we also have to run around looking for endorsements and all of those things where we have, because what we do basically is the fact that we can, if we are woken up from sleep even at 2 a.m. in the morning, we can move our bodies.
Okay.
But the propelling factor, most of the time, we didn't really jump from the
I
the-
thought passion should just
passion is driven.
Yeah.
Passion without
Finance.
it's a dead passion.
You
there's
see-
only
okay.
there's only a limit you can get to.
Okay.
You can get to a limit, and then your passion will
You just
definitely
hang at some point.
you will hang.
Yeah.
Because if even the littlest of things is money driven. But I'm not trying to concentrate on the money as the core reason for establishing this team.
Okay.
But most of our challenges is the fact that we have to the kind of dancers you work with. Everybody have their style of dance and everything. To inculcate them in the system is actually a difficult process. Do you understand? So we have to we don't want to bring in people who don't understand dance, the crux of dance.
Okay.
So everybody will bring into Team Pyramid either is very professional in his own level.
Okay.
So we give them an opportunity to we are not trying to change your style, stay in that place where you are, but be meaningful
Be
here.
versatile, yeah.
So just be versatile and everything. So like I said previously, people are very hard to work with sometimes. You have to be able to convince them, push them, human beings.
Okay.
So basically that human money factor, those factors are really very
Are the challenges?
very heavy challenges.
And again,
you know.
appreciation.
The appreciation thing, yeah.
Okay,
you
appreciation.
actually
I
talked
know what
about it before.
appreciate
No.
it. Oh, okay.
The thing is that the community will find ourselves, the recognition, appreciation, all of those things need to be given to dancers, because, like I said, we actually beat down, and then no encouragement and everything. But a situation where you have everyone giving you morale and telling you, okay, you guys can do this, and then we support.
And you guys are doing a good
You guys
job.
are doing a good job.
Yeah.
You just have a brand that decides, okay, you guys are doing very awesome. We want to endorse you guys. We want to push you guys further.
Yeah.
Those kind of things, it really gives. Without
it motivates a whole
it's
lot.
thank you very much. That's a very heavy motivational factor. So it just circles around a bit, most of those things. So immediately dancers appreciate it. Trust me, you'll be very shocked at what dancers can do.
Still have parental
Parental support.
Parental support. Also.
Parental support.
Parental
So
support.
we had to grow
Okay.
up out of that. We had to passion. Yeah, we had to show them. We had to fight a whole lot
Okay.
growing up and all of those things. So
Okay.
I think those are very basic but
Challenge.
minute challenges.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
there are greater challenges, but the minutest of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's move away from dance.
Okay.
Let's move away from dance.
Okay.
I'd like to talk to you generally about stuff, because you're young guys.
Yes,
And
yes.
that means you know the latest of trends.
Exactly.
What's happening? Okay. I discovered. I found out recently, for example, that one of news stories carried it that we have the Forbes richest in hip hop.
Yeah.
The list. Did you hear about it? I heard Diddy it has about $700 million.
Diddy,
million
yes,
dollars.
yes.
Okay.
From his
Yeah, Okay, you just heard that.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of our stories here today is the hip hop list. I mean, the richest in hip hop. Diddy is having about $700 million. So it's pushing to $1 billion.
1 billion, yeah.
Soon enough. And after that you have Dr. Dre
Dr. Dre.
having about $550 million.
Yeah.
Followed by Jay-Z having $520 million. Followed by Birdman, that's
Yeah.
Brian Williams,
Yeah,
having
Brian
about $160 million. It was supposed to have about 300 million, but he has 160 because he splitted the money with his brother.
Okay.
Yes, so his brother too is a multimillionaire
Wow,
right now.
wow,
Then finally we have Curtis Jackson.
Curtis Jackson.
Yes, Curtis Jackson
Yeah.
having $140 million.
Wow.
And to make that one of these things is why I'm driving at this is you discover that these people actually started with their passion,
Yeah. True.
and they were not earning from it at some
True,
point.
true.
Diddy was fired at some point before he started his own record label. I mean, a whole lot of them. 50 Cent went to jail. I mean, he made a chunk of his money.
True.
Not from music now, from selling mineral water.
True. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I mean, we should just keep our passion. We should just keep our passion. Just keep the fun. Let's keep the fun.
But that's the thing with Nigeria.
No, passion is good.
Yeah.
Passion is very good.
Just keep the fire burning, and you just never can tell.
Yeah.
You never can tell. It could just happen some way, somehow, someday, when you're about giving up. But don't give up.
Yeah.
You know that's just the major thing.
Yeah.
Okay, right about now we go on last break, and when I return, I'll be signing out with Team Pyramid. Okay, welcome back. Now, we're doing it. It's not the usual way now. When was the last time I had to stand on set? Okay, this is serious. I'm still with Team Pyramid, and right about now we'll take our paper review. Now, I have a story here. I will just stand still for Jonathan's daughter wedding. Obasanjo Amechi still show. Now, what's your opinion? You heard about the wedding?
Yeah.
Yes.
I heard a lot of cars were given out.
Almost 60, I guess.
About 60.
I think that was what I heard.
That's what you heard.
Yes.
Then I heard iPhone 4 was given out too.
Yeah.
Now, I wish I was part of the guest.
I was also wishing that.
Okay, moving on to this next one. I wanted my ex-wife Funke to stay, but she refused. Now that's coming from Femi Kuti.
Yeah.
Another one here. I'm not in police net. Bolaji Esho. Now another story. 2.5 billion naira fraud.
Wow.
Lady Backer is Obi still wanted by EFCC.
Wow.
That's another story we have here. So you can just get more stories. There is still this one here. I find true expression in music. That's from Daily Gold. Now, we're doing it the unusual way. We're standing. I'm starting with two great dancers. How do we do it? How do we stand? What's the best posture? If I want to dance, what's the best posture?
For a dancer, you always have to be on the alert.
Yeah, on your last.
So I'm on the alert.
Should be adrenaline power.
You're actually on the alert. Actually,
I'm on the
yes,
alert.
yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
what do we do? How do
Whatever
we go about it?
happens, if imagine as a dancer, if you hear the music just hits you like that,
Just once.
you just have to move.
Okay. I just have to move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, let's just do it this way. I just have to move.
Yeah.
So I'm just moving out of set right now for you
Yeah.
guys. Since you said I just have to move.
Yeah.
And let me see you guys do your thing.
All right.
Okay, it's me, Lulu, signing out on Sugar and Spice today.